all the fog, atmosphere, you know, I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm not really comfortable with this either. So we're here on Pico de Arieiro on Madeira, and it's finally cleared. So for the first time in 3 days, and we are able to see what is going on up here. But we just ran into a bit of a problem. We just found out you have to reserve a spot to access the trail, and yeah, the biggest problem of that is that we didn't reserve a spot, and all spots are reserved for like a week. So yeah, we are not gonna risk any fines probably. Chris is gonna find out if there's a way to work around this, but honestly, we're definitely not sure. But it is a fantastic view, and maybe we can shoot a sunset here from this highest point. So this is the highest point on the island. But yeah, it's a bit of a letdown. I took one really nice shot this time with the 50-200. So the only other lens that I brought is the 80-25 and the 50-200. And I just shot one peak that came out of the clouds, and then you could see this platform with all the people on it, on the point that we are not allowed to access. So yeah, here goes our hike. We just waited until the right conditions. We didn't even know about those trails. So yeah, that's my non-planning skills, you know, never plan something, just go somewhere, see what will happen. This is what happened. So let's hope we can figure a way around this, or else we'll just go to a different spot and do a hike there. I'm sure there are a lot more beautiful spots here in Madeira, but this view, it looks kind of nice. So yeah, this is the shot that I just took, and yeah, let's hope we can find another spot. So it's a good thing that Chris went and asked, because the first part of the trail is actually free of access. You don't have to pay for it. But yeah, it's only for like the first 500 meters. So we are going to do that. We're going to hike that trail for what is allowed, and then yeah, see what we can do after that. But I just took some epic shots here of people walking the trail. So I'm just zooming in with the 50-200, creating all kinds of layers and putting those hikers on without knowing it. They just became like a very good subject on my image. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you these pictures now, because it looks really nice, and the fog comes and goes, creates different layers. So I think that is absolutely worth it. So let's get onto that first part of the trail, and hopefully it will be nice. So I think I will never get bored by the mountains. Absolutely amazing. See if we can get a shot here of that opening gap there in the background. So I think this is the most crazy trail that I have walked on. Crazy sighting points, and you can see behind me fog lifting up, or fog actually above the clouds, but just look what I found right on top of this mountain here. This little bird. Crazy, really nice. I was actually hoping for it to walk down a little bit so I could catch it with the mountains in the background, but it's sitting quite comfortably there. So just taking a shot. I still have the 50 to 200 on at the moment. And yeah, if it looks this way, there's some pretty nice light, but for landscapes, the light is pretty harsh. So yeah, taking this shot, then I'm going to continue further down the path, see if I can find something more interesting. So I just couldn't take all the shots, or at least not talk about all the shots. It's so crazy busy on this trail. Right now it's just a little calm section here with no one on it. But it's like really crazy, you know. So many people, such high up in the mountains. Oh, all the fog, atmosphere, you know. I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm not really comfortable with this either, so. But not quite sure what we're gonna do. So just trying to catch up with Chris, who's a little bit in front of me. And then yeah, come up with a decent plan. So just to show you how crazy this is. Just look to the right. And just a little to the left. So we did come up with a plan, and we hoped to get something to eat at the car. So we walked the trail back to the car. The restaurant was closed, so with just a couple of slices of bread and a bag of chips in our bellies, we decided to walk back just about 1.5 hours before sunset. But there was one little problem. It was crowded. Extremely crowded. there might have been like hundreds, maybe thousands of people walking the trail, and all those people were sitting everywhere, every corner, every spot, on every rock that was looking out over the valley. There was someone climbing on it, sitting on it. So I just couldn't find a single spot to take a photograph. Eventually I found this spot at a little gate that I found pretty interesting, and I settled for a shot where I tried to get a bit of a sun star in the frame, but I couldn't move because every time I moved someone stepped in front of me, in front of the gate, so that was a shame. But then when everyone was paying attention to the last seconds of the sunset, I just took one step back and took this next image of the gate before someone stood right in front of me and ended my sunset. So with those last images I'm going to end today's video. It's a bit of a messy video, but that was all to do with the crowds up there on the highest peak of Madeira. It is a beautiful spot, but as a photographer, this is maybe one of the most difficult spots that I've ever tried to photograph, and especially using the wide angle lens. So this shot that you're looking at right now is the last shot that I took just before sunset with the 50-200 f2.8. Yeah, it was an amazing experience to walk on those rims, but it was also terrible as a photographer. So I hope you still enjoyed this video. Believe me, this was the worst sunset of the week, because after this there were some amazing moments coming, which I hope you are going to enjoy in the next videos. So if you enjoyed this trip, please push the thumbs up button, and there is a subscribe button underneath the video. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. You will massively support this channel, and always leave a comment. I always like to engage with everyone watching these channels, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.